Hello, hello. It is 7:57 here in Arizona, 93 degrees. It was a beautiful day today, warm, nice. Hope everybody's doing all right today, doing good on this fabulous Tuesday. Let's get some music going. All right. So welcome in, welcome in. I see there's three of you. Welcome in. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend, and hopefully everybody's staying cool. It is really close. When does summer officially start? I have to look it up. Let's see. It feels pretty darn close. Let's see. Let's look it up. June 20th. Okay, so we're still officially in the end of spring, and it does. You can feel that heat coming. It's nice. We got some showers a couple days ago. Really nice. Saturated the ground very well. We had some hellacious winds that came through here. Hey, Rochelle, how you doing? And it happened to knock some of our roof tiles off. They're not tiles. They're like they're like that scratchy, you know, stuff that gets tarred down by the sheets. You know, that kind of stuff. So we had to hang on a second. We had to call the roofers that did the roof because that was all under warranty. So they came out and fixed it today. Thank goodness. And I did a little bit of yard work today. Just a few little things. I needed to do some snippets through the chicken wire that were covering the corner piece of the garden of the yard. And I just had to cut out some holes around the plants so the plants could come through comfortably without having to squeeze through the little holes in the chicken wire. So I did that today. Well, my hubby placed some astroturf in part of the sitting area by the fire pit. So he got one side done. It looks beautiful. I'm so happy with it. It's going to be so much easier to clean with the blower because the leaves that come from above from the tree that are in that area, that in that spot are hopseed bush, and those leaves are extremely thin. Dark soldier. So it's going to be easier to clean and really nice. How you doing, Dark Soldier? Good to see you. And so that was what we did today for the day. And actually, what I'm going to be doing is pulling up some channels here because I want to give thanks to all the channel creators that have been sharing my channel. So not very many, and there's probably just a little handful. But I do want to give a shout out to them and thank them for sharing my channel, sharing my content, which I try to share back. We've been playing tag with sharing channels with these handful of channels. So I'm just gonna pull up that part here, and let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna go one by one, and I'm gonna give a nice big shout out. Dark Soldier. Hey Stats, how you doing? Good to see you. Your night shift, you're working. Oh good, you're almost done with work. That's awesome. It's good to see you, Rashad. Good to see you, Dark Soldier. Good to see you, Stats. So yeah, it's kind of a long day today, and just a beautiful day. You're looking down at the far left bottom corner of the screen. You'll see a circle. That's my backyard camera, and I will be sharing here Just want to give a shout out to the channels that have been sharing my channel, and I haven't done this in a while. I think it's about time to do it again, just to show my appreciation for the other content creators sharing my stuff. So I really appreciate you very much. I appreciate everybody, all the support. So the first channel that we're going to go to is we're going to go to Katango's TV. Katango's TV. We're going to go straight there. Okay, let's go here. So this is Katango's TV. Katango's he has he puts a lot of sports clips out there. He actually I believe it's a lot of basketball, men's, women's basketball, and I just want to say thank you to Katangos for hang on a second, sorry about that, for sharing my channel. Let's get this back here. Let's see, hang on a second. Let's see if I can see. Hang on a second. Okay, let's see if that works. I'll get back to the channel here in a second. Okay. Okay, let's see. Give me a second here. Hi, Stuart. How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, so let's get back to sharing this channel here. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. That's all I had to do. All right, let's get back to sharing. Okay, so this is Katango's TV channel. Like I said, he's basically a sports channel. And I appreciate you, Katangos, for sharing my channel. This is all his stuff and all his content, and just awesome. If you're into this kind of stuff, go check out Katango's TV if you like watching sports. And you know, it's just a form of entertainment. So if this is your thing, feel free to go check him out, Katango's TV, at Katango's TV. And those of you who actually share other people's channels, make sure that you put right in here where it says the at channel right there. If you don't put that at sign there in front of their name, they're not going to know that you shared their channel, and they won't be able to thank you. So just make sure if you're sharing somebody's channel on your community page, make sure that you add at their channel, you know, the at sign and their channel name. Right next to it, don't put a space in between the at and the channel name, otherwise it won't work. So make sure you keep them all close together, real snug, and when you share a channel. So thank you, Katangos, for sharing my channel. I appreciate it very much. And let's see, let's go on to the next one. I appreciate you very much. Let's see. So the next one we're going to be going to is a gaming channel, actually. So this one is Eternal. And just want to say thank you to E. He goes by E Eternal, and he's a gaming channel. He does random games that he likes to play, and he's an avid game player. So awesome, awesome channel, awesome content. If you like this kind of stuff, go check him out. If you don't like this kind of stuff, I've been learning lately that if you're just subscribing to other people's channels just for the, just because a friend of yours said to go subscribe, and if you're not into that stuff, it's going to hurt your channel and their channel. So if you're not going to be watching their content and just subscribing just as a favor to someone, I've been learning that that's actually harming your channel and theirs. So if you don't, you can research it yourself, get on YouTube and do your own research. But from what I've learned so far, you're just not helping anybody by doing that. So make sure that you're actually into the stuff that the channels that you're subscribing to, you're into it, and you're actually giving them watch time. So you have to actually go there and spend more than 3 minutes on their channel and watch their content. So nobody has time to watch everybody's content, especially if they're live for 7-12 hours. A good 12, 15, 20 minutes at least. 30 minutes if you have the time. So just a little heads up. This is how it seems to work. And if I'm wrong, feel free to chime in and let me know your feelings and your research. But thank you, E, for sharing my channel. I appreciate it very much. So I'm just going by my dashboard, who's been sharing my channel lately. So I'm just going down the line. Oh my god, for real? It's Face the Ace! Guys, it's Face the Ace! So, thank you, E, for sharing my channel. I appreciate you very much. Moving down the line, the next up is Miss Joyax. Miss Joyax has been sharing my channel, and I appreciate her very much. And we'll move on to her channel next. This is Miss Joyax. Miss Joyax does comedy on her channel. She does, she gets together with a group of people called the International Singers, the Team International. And they all get together, mainly from the Philippines, and they sing. So she does a lot of food channels also, food content, sorry. And as you can see here, this is Miss Joyax right here, and over here is Miss Julie. They're a pair. They're two peas in a pod right here. But this is her content, and this is her channel, and she is a huge supporter of my channel, and I really appreciate her also. Thank you, Miss Joyax. Taiwan, you're right. Miss Joyax is actually currently residing in Taiwan, and that's a little more info about Miss Joyax, Miss Beautiful Joyax, and Miss Beautiful Julie. So there they are. Thank you, Miss Joyax. This is her channel. If this is the kind of stuff that you would be interested in watching, feel free to go over there and subscribe. Only if you're going to be watching it, and only if you're going to be giving quality time to the channel. Don't just go there because the president told you to do it. Just if it's not stuff that you don't care to watch, don't mess with it. So thank you, Miss Joyax. I appreciate you very much. And a lot of her content is hilarious. It's silly comedy skits, the really quick skits, very funny. If you need a smile or a giggle for the day, go check out her shorts, and you'll have a giggle guaranteed. So that's Miss Joyax. Moving on down to another gaming channel, and that would include. This is actually a new somebody that I fairly new with her channel, and just a great person, another gamer, and her name is Laura Boss Killer. She's also an avid gamer, and she likes to play Tom Clancy's The Division. She plays. I've seen her play RoboCop. And she kind of covers some racing games, Gran Turismo. So if you're into this kind of stuff, like I said, feel free to go check out Lara Boss Killer. Very nice gal, really nice, and just an avid gamer. So another supporter. I appreciate you for sharing my channel. Thank you very much. Hey, Real Wade Nation Gaming, how are you? So just to catch you all up, if you just popped in, I am giving shout outs to all the channels that are sharing my channel recently. So I'm just giving my thanks in return. So this is Lara Boss Killer, everybody. If you're interested in this type of channel, feel free to go and check out the channel. Subscribe. I don't know why I'm not subscribed. That's so weird. I was subscribed. I don't know why. That's so weird. That is so weird. But this is something normal that happens on YouTube. I don't know why this happens, but it happens, as you've just seen. She is actually, I know I've subscribed to her. But anyways, it happens. So that's Lara, everyone. If you like that kind of content, feel free to go check out Lara. Thank you, Lara, very much. So next up is, of course, let's see, I like to call, Lara, I like to call sister. If I get to know you and you get to know me, eventually I start to call you brother or sister. So it's just, I feel comfortable enough to call you, call you like family. So if I start calling you brother or sister, I hope you don't get offended. But it's just my way of feeling comfortable around you enough to where I could call you my brother or my sister. So sometimes I don't call that to everybody. I'll call you beautiful, or I'll call you cutie, or I'll call you, everything else. But eventually, brother and sister will be my choice. So next channel that I'm going to share is the one and only Maddest Shredder, the Maddest Shredder on YouTube. There's my brother Dan Anderson, and he is a great musician. He plays almost every day, and he plays very well. There are some other content creators that do play very well also. Dan, I'm giving a shout out to Dan because he shares my content and we share each other's content. So if you go to my community page, you will see all these people on my community page that I shared them out, and they share back. So it's, some people don't have the time to do this all the time, and I get it. We all have lives, and some of us just don't have time, and sometimes we go a week and stuff without doing it. We may get caught up with work or family or a vacation or a road trip or traveling, whatever. But the gaps, I'm sure there's plenty of explanations for it. So if someone doesn't share your channel for a while, maybe just take it easy and consider that they may be busy, or try to catch up with the other content creators. So it's a lot of work. And for content creators to be sharing everybody's channel all the time, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, and so hopefully everybody understands that it's not so easy all the time. You really have to literally have a good hour to sit down, sometimes just to see enough content if it's out there. And some people stream 6, 8, 9 hours. Some people stream an hour. Some people stream 30 minutes. So it's all up in the air when you can find the time to actually share. But anyways, thank you, Brother Dan, for sharing my channel. I appreciate you very much. Hey, Griff, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. How are you and the family and the puppies? So there's Dan. If you like some good old, nice, actually great guitar music, go check out Dan's channel. And like I said, only if you like to hear guitar music. He plays some really nice guitar, and just go check him out and see for yourself. And if you like him, subscribe. He's awesome. I liked him when I first heard his stuff. So thank you, brother Dan. I appreciate you very much. Insane as always, Griff. Ah, oh, that's good. Keeps you on your toes, huh? So I believe. Let's see. I'm going down the list. So basically, here we got one more. Let's do one more. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to be covering. Let's see. That's all the most recent ones. Let me make sure. Let's go a little further down. So if you want to find out who's sharing your channel, so you go to your dashboard, go to your channel, your YouTube studio, and you're gonna see up here. See, here's your dashboard. Just go to your community section and click on that, and at the very top it's going to have your comments. This is how I keep up with all my comments. And mentions. When you click on mentions, it'll show you everyone who's sharing your channel. And if you're sharing people's channel, let me say it again, you have to type in that @ symbol. This @ symbol is very important to type in. So if you're sharing people's channel, as you can see how they're putting @Silverleaf, right? All one word. If you don't type in their channel, I won't get notified that you're being awesome and sharing my channel. If you're just sharing the channel and not tagging me, because by putting the @ symbol there, it kind of tags the creator that you're sharing, and it helps them see that you're sharing their channel. So this is what it looks like in your studio, your YouTube studio. You see your channel, and you got your dashboard, content, analytics, and if you go to community and go up straight to the top, just click on the mentions button, and that's everybody that shares your stuff. So that's what it looks like. And like I said, these are all the people that have been sharing my channel, as you can see firsthand. Why I just said thanks to E and to Katangos, Lara Boss Killer, Miss Joyax, Dan, and those are the people that are sharing my channel. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. Also, there's another channel. His name is Masha, and he also shares my channel. It's kind of buried back down there, but I just wanted to show you. He's also another musician, artist. So he's more into like I want to say it's kind of like rap stuff, but I'm not too sure if that's the proper way to describe his music. But that's his kind of style. So that's Masha, and that's his channel. Thank you, Masha, for sharing my stuff. So I appreciate you all, and that's what I wanted to do, was share with you guys. Give a big shout out to the content creators that are sharing my stuff. So I just appreciate you, and I just want to say thank you very much. And Griff says he'll be back in a second. So Face D says like 40 minutes or an hour. If I do live stream only. Oh, that's what you do. Yeah, I try to keep my lives in an hour, because people sometimes don't have an hour. And if you can watch at least 15-20 minutes, even maybe half an hour of their live that's only an hour, it does help out their channel a lot. It helps them out tremendously. And I'm looking in my analytics, and I'm seeing that my subscribers are only watching 4 minutes or 7 minutes tops of my content. So, it's showing here in my analytics, and I'm just kind of wondering if they're just getting bored, maybe their lives are really busy. I totally understand. But I'm just want to let you know that I know how long you guys are watching. So, which is fine. Not everybody can give all their time to a channel, especially if it's not like exciting. I get it. I certainly don't stick around live if I'm not excited, or if it's putting me to sleep. I probably won't stick around very much. But I have to be. Also, I have to be stimulated, right? You got to kind of stimulate your audience. So if you're just sitting there, and especially like maybe my tone right now maybe sounds monotone, I can learn how to switch that up a little bit to make it sound like more exciting, kind of like that. But yeah, so I'm noticing that some of my viewers are not even, they're just kind of watching like 4 minutes of some of my content and stuff. It does help if you leave a comment. It especially helps if you push that like button. And I don't like to force anybody to do something that they don't want to do, but some people forget. And usually if we know each other, as soon as we walk into a channel, I'm automatically pushing that like button because I know it's going to be content that I like, right? You're my buddy, you're my friend, you're my bro, you're my brother, my sister. So I'm going to like your stuff because it's just how it is. But anyways, those are the channels that I want to say thank you to for sharing my content out, and I really appreciate it. What else? What else is in here in the analytics? So let's see. Yeah, I went over the subscribed and not subscribed. It's funny because there's 37% of my viewers that are watching my stuff that are not subscribed. I think that's interesting. I don't know. I think I want to say that I do that too. There are some channels I found recently that I find in my YouTube feed that are like interesting stuff. It's like, and I'm starting to subscribe to that because, I'm looking in my analytics and I'm seeing that there's people watching that are not subscribed. So I don't want to be a hypocrite and be like, oh well, people aren't subscribed to me, they're watching me when I turn around and do the same thing. So it's something that I'm learning to do myself because there's actually 4 or 5 other channels I've been watching lately that are way out of the spectrum of like it's mainly like storytelling, or it's a whole different kind of cooking channel, or it's something about science, or it's something about history. So I'm starting to learn how to subscribe to those because they pop in my feed. Whatever you're watching is what's going to show up in your feed. So that way it's like it brings the content to you, and then if it happens often, you just kind of forget to subscribe. And I get that too because I've done it. So I recently found this channel of this guy who's a great storyteller. He covers covers a lot of stories around the United States. He's just a really good storyteller. And if some of you like to put on a story, his stories are like an hour long. What's the name of the channel? I don't know if any of you care, but I believe his channel's name is Dougie Corrado. So the reason that I was drawn to his channel is because he covered a Sedona experience recently, and then he's covered something called Why People Go Missing at Glass Lake, what's going on in Sedona. I just heard one about New York. What was it called? Something like Firebird Island or something like that. Fire Island in New York City. So, it's just kind of like, some of it is like paranormal and just really good stories. Just really interesting. So his name is Dougie Corrado. I don't know. So I'll show you what he looks like if anybody's interested. If you like to just put on something to listen to while you go to sleep, I just listened to a 5-hour story that he did last night, and I was up till 4 this morning. But his name is Dougie Corrado, and let me show you what he looks like. This is one I just watched earlier, and this is him right here, Dougie Corrado. So this is his channel, and if you like to just put on something to listen to, it's basically him telling a story, like why campers keep going missing with the national park rangers. Actually, he covered the redwoods. I don't know if that was no, that's the Glass Lake one, I believe. But he covers the redwoods, and I don't know how factual these experiences are, or these stories. I read in the comments someone called them fictional, but nonetheless, it's like reading a book, and you just get the words told to you, and he does it in such detail and just kind of pulls you into his story. And so this is kind of what I've been watching lately, some of his stories. But just a neat channel if that's what you guys are into. If you just if you're cleaning the house or something, and you want to hear a really good story, tune into Dougie Corrado. His name is Dougie Corrado, and you'll probably appreciate his stories. Just really good stuff. So let me see. Yeah, so yeah. People watch, but they don't subscribe. Hi, Inday. How you doing? How's the singing going? Okay, I always think that that's someone else. Manang. Okay, hi, Manang. Good to see you. Oh, you've seen his channel before, Base? Yeah, pretty intense, actually. He covered... I didn't know it was 5 hours, honestly. I put on one of his videos. Which one was it? Gosh darn it. I think it was the Glass Lake one in Oregon. And I could have swore that I saw it was an hour. So I was like, okay, I put it on, and I just, put the headphones on. I started to listen, and like 2 hours later, that was 3 hours. I was like, shoot, he's still telling this story, but I couldn't stop listening. And I clicked on the timeline of the video, and it said 5 hours. And by that time, I was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, holy heck, I got like 3 more hours to go, or 2 more hours, something like that. But I could not stop listening. It was just so good, and it falls into the category of paranormal, paranormal stuff, and like kind of folklore-ish stuff, and kind of in the realm of fantasy, but more like little horror-ish. But it's like reading a really good book. It's just having someone read the words to you. It's just really interesting. So yeah, that's he takes up a lot of my time, because I'm just like trying to get my mind into some of his stories. Is just really neat lately. I've been into that channel. And Face says you've seen his channel before. So if you're just coming in, you may have missed. I gave shout outs to a lot of content creators. I believe there's like a handful. I believe there was 5 of them. It's Katangos TV, Laura Buskiller, Miss Joyax, and Brother Dan, the Maddest Shredder, and Masha. So I believe there's 5 that are sharing my channel. So I just want to say I appreciate you, and I thank you very much. And I actually showed you how to look on your own channel to see who shares your channel. And if you're sharing people's channel, do not forget to put @ and then their channel name. That's very important, because if you're sharing a bunch of people's channels and you kind of want them to know that you're sharing so they can thank you, make sure you tag them, and that's the way to tag the channel that you're sharing. The person, the content creator, make sure you put that @ symbol in there and their name right behind it, no spaces. And then they can say thank you. They'll be like, yeah, woo, thank you. So that's awesome. But some of us may not know that, and you can't use that excuse anymore. Not with me, not here, because I just told you how to do it. And if you don't get things one time, then it's okay. Just ask, and I'll help you out and tell you again how to do it. No problem. No worries. So let's see. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And I know in the beginning, when I started, I was sharing like 50 channels a day, and I was realizing that, this is when we were going to channels, and everybody's like, just sub to everybody, and then this is before I started to research how YouTube works, how the analytics work, how the algorithms work, and I just realized that if you're just subbing to 50 new people, but you're doing it just to give them the subs, but you're not doing any of the follow-up watching their channel, that can actually hurt your channel and theirs. So I definitely am not going to be doing that anymore. I'm just going to stick to the channels that I watch and make sure I subscribe to them and at least give them enough watch time, if not fully through, at least halfway through, to give to give them the credit that they work so hard for on their channel. This isn't just like a breeze. This isn't like breezy to create a channel. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to put a channel together, to put a video together. Some people, they just they don't put a lot of effort into it. Some people put a huge amount of effort into their channels. So and if it's one of those kind of channels, at least either one, please just give them if you're going to watch their channel, at least push the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and give them that kind of feedback, at least, to help their channel out. Hi, BJ. How you doing? Thank you, Face the Ace. You're awesome, too. You're awesome. There is actually a story by that guy, Dougie Corrado, and he covered a story out of Pennsylvania with the Amish. That was really, really interesting. I guess there was a pair of serial killers that were going through Amish country in Pennsylvania, and they actually took the identity of some owners of like an inn, like kind of like a little inn, like a little hotel, a small hotel. And they took their identity. They actually had their bodies in the cellar, and they were like acting like they were them. And the thing that gave them away was that the original owners had chickens in a coop outside. Well, these guys had 3 roosters in a coop, in a chicken coop. And they were using hay, I believe it was hay, for the bedding. And this is one of the clues that kind of set off some red flags about these people, because they're like, these are like, they claim to be Mennonites. Anyways, in the story, one of the characters said that's not a Mennonite. That's not. So anyways, that kind of blew their covers, and it led to the revealing of the true owners of the inn in Pennsylvania. So I don't know the validity of that story, but apparently there was a male and female serial killer that were going through Pennsylvania, stopped at the inn, took the identity of the owners, and then it's all history after that. So yeah, that was in Pennsylvania, and I just watched that literally about 45 minutes ago. About 45 minutes ago, about 50 minutes ago, before I went live. I saw on there, Rocher says, Susie, when are you going to go live? I was like, okay, I'll go live. All right. But I wanted to give those shout outs to the people who are sharing my channel and do that and just talk a little bit about YouTube and if anybody wants to come up, I'll put the link up in the chat. And so yeah, that channel, that Dougie Corrado, I was like, okay, so he just well, I don't know how recent. I think it was a year ago that he covered the Superstition Mountains up here, and I think that was so fascinating because he was talking about an excursion that him and his roommate did to the Superstition Mountains here, and this is literally 40 minutes from my house. So I'm kind of really curious about that place, and there's a lost. Supposedly, there's something called the Lost Dutchman's Mine there, and apparently there was a lot of gold discovered back in the day, and people have gone mad. Have gone mad while out looking for this gold. And you can find a lot of maps online and print them out. Anyways, this channel, Dougie Corrado, he covered the Lost Dutchman, and that story was so fascinating. I was telling my hubby, I was like, do you think that that's real? And he goes, oh, I don't know. But, you know, you never know. He tells it with such enthusiasm, and like if he's really there. I don't know if he actually is really there or if he's finding these stories somewhere else, but it to me, it's just like he's a great storyteller, and it's a great way to pass the time if that's what you like. Hey Roger, yeah. So you're moving to Puerto Rico, Faces? Is that back home for you? You're moving to Puerto Rico, really? BJ says, yeah, really. That was the story covered, and what was interesting in the story is I don't know if any of you are going to take the time to go look for it, but if you're not, I'm going to just tell you there's a part in the story where he actually witnesses a man standing on a ledge and literally detaches from his torso. And the legs actually walk one way, and his torso jumps off of a not so far down cliff. And so I was like, what? When are you moving, Pace? That's awesome. Is it like for forever or forever ever? Hey, DJ Gross. I just saw your comment on my channel. Thank you. I haven't had time to respond as I just seen it while I'm live. Actually, I'm going to go look at it. Oh, you're also speaking on the metrics of your video, your channel too, huh, DJ? And good day to you. Good to see you. Yeah, I just showed how to, that video I put out recently, I think it was yesterday. It tells you your metrics, right? Because these are important things that we got to know. We got to know how to tweak and change up our channel a little bit to get the attention of the viewer, and to keep them around is the biggest struggle. Is to keep them, to keep them their attention long enough to keep them around, and then to get new subscribers. You're constantly having to be inventive and revamping your video. But I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, if you're like if you're just I cover many topics. That's why I'm trying to like this is my way of trying to pull in, the attention of different kinds of viewers that are into that kind of stuff. So it gives them a variety to look at. So DJ Gross says, good day, BJ. And he says, good day to Face also. So, yeah, I'm just looking at your comment here, DJ Gross. I'm just responding. And I always like to respond to all the comments on my channel, although there's sometimes 15, 20 waiting for me. I do take the time and to respond to every single one of them. I was told in the past by somebody who I really always gave me good advice, and I was told to always respond to your comments, and if you don't have the time, find the time, because that's something important. People like to be engaged through comments. They like for you to engage back. So that's something I always try to do, and because they'll pile up, and then they get out of control, and then you're just like, some people are probably like, oh, there's just too many. But I try to tackle them as they come in, because I have the time. So not everybody has the time. But if you have a channel, you pretty darn better make a darn time for your friends and your viewers. So don't be lazy. That's just how I feel about it. Yeah, you do Two-Face, yeah. And some people, they just don't care. They just don't care. So that's fine too. I usually don't stick around those channels too much, because what's the point? So I do. It does bother me if I pull up the comments in there, and there's some right before I'm going to bed. I always try to at least to respond to, and clean that slate. Right? It's all these messages coming in, and I like to keep it clean every day, so I know that they're not going to pile up. So since I've been watching that Dougie Corrado channel, I'm getting a lot of stuff on my feed, like, I found an abandoned mine, or I slid down this cave, and it's kind of like adventure stuff. So that's kind of neat. So you'll notice that whenever you're watching, you'll get those pop-ups in your feed, similar type channels of the stuff that you're into. So I remember way back when I was doing Bigfoot stuff, I was getting a lot of stuff that was specifically Bigfoot, paranormal, and all that stuff. But since I've kind of stepped away from that stuff, I'm getting a lot of nature, and but I still like a good story. So I like to every once in a while hear about a cave that was found, or a mysterious stuff. But I still like that stuff, adventure stuff. Hey John P, how you doing? Oh, DJ Grouse says, don't be lazy. It's one of the reasons why I moved to Australia. Well, if you're lazy, then you're just lazy. And at least you admit it. And Face says, I see a lot of YouTubers, they don't care, right? Yeah, so those are the ones I just try to stay away from. You won't see me around those channels, only because what's the point? And, some channels get too big, and they just, it's just content. But I don't know. It's just the way I feel about it, and it's probably not for everybody. BJ says, whereabouts are you, DJ Grouse? He is in Australia. He just says right here. He just said it, BJ. Oh, whereabouts? Like maybe specifically, maybe. Right, and that's also true. And that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes they could be working. And the reason why it seems easier for me is because I'm pretty much around the computer. I have a lot of free time, so that's why it seems easier for me. But I do understand that there are people out there that do work, and they do have somewhere they got to be between. They got an 8-hour shift for their day or their night. So I totally get it. I just make an effort to respond to all the comments. And some people don't, and that's fine too. Some people like to be acknowledged, and you'll notice a lot of people pop in and say, "I shared your channel," or or they'll pop in and say, "Hey, they're sharing somebody else's channel," and so that's kind of nice to think about somebody else. But make sure they're sharing your stuff too. I mean, if you're sharing, you're wasting all your energy or using all your energy promoting other channels. Make sure they're doing the same thing for you. Unless if you don't care, then that doesn't matter, I guess. But I kind of see it like, are they sharing your stuff? No, are they enthused about your channel as much as you are theirs? So I don't know. I guess it can be kind of it's kind of weird being a content creator on YouTube. There's so many things that I have gone from different stages to now, and noticing a lot of things, and you don't see any of it when you just start. You're so green, and you're just like, oh, you're just kind of afraid to offend everybody. But then once you become, familiar with the camera and being comfortable, then you start realizing that your skin is getting thicker from a lot of the BS that you probably have been through up to the point that you're at, and then you just get to the point where you don't care. You're just like, you know what? I don't need you. Just go away already. And that's kind of good, because the YouTube will eat you up alive if you don't stand for yourself and you don't stand up for yourself. So that's the advice I have. You got to be kind of stern and strong as a content creator in YouTube. BJ says, Perth. Oh, DJ Grass says Perth is a nice city. Was there 16 years ago, because BJ said he had family in Perth. You've never been there? My son lives and goes to the university there. My cousins live there too. Oh, that's Australia, huh? DJ Gross says, I work part-time now. My message response time has blown up from 2 weeks to 5. Whoa. Griff says, say it ain't so. Everyone should subscribe to your channel. Griff, thank you, Griff. And John P says, Griff, with a bunch of love hearts and praying hands and hearts and all of the emoji king. BJ, good to see you. And Griff says, JP. DJ Gross says, good day, Griff. Likewise, Griff. And John P says, DJ. He's saying hello to you. And Rashad says, hey, John P. DJ Gross says, Perth has a couple of nice universities. I went to see one as it has old architecture. Ooh. John P says, Rashad, good to see you. Also, I've been watching lately is that guy who catches all the scammers. The scammers, the phone call scammers. They try to they call you and tell you that if you want to upgrade your phone, or they try to call you to tell you that actually these are guys were the Dominican Republic. They were calling, especially the elderly. They were targeting the elderly, calling them and crying on the phone, saying that they were their grandkid that just got in an accident. Crying, literally, like, well, fake crying, and telling them that they hit somebody while texting, and they're texting while driving, and the person that they hit is always the same name from the 3 different videos I watched of this certain type of scammer. They were using the same name. They must have been all connected. But they were saying that it was a female, 7 to 8 months pregnant. She's on her way to the hospital. And then the same guy disguises his voice as a police officer and says that basically they're going to take their grandkid to jail. And then they go on with charges with bail, with bonding fees, attorney fees, and they get that person with a totally bogus story, and they get that person for 10 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand. And so these videos that I've been watching is an actual person that catches these guys, and usually can intercept the phone call and gets a hold of the victim, and saves them from losing their life savings. But I've been watching some of those lately because I like to keep up to date with the latest scams. And there's actually a new one through the Apple phone, claiming to be from the Apple department, the Apple company, saying that you need to, what was it? Renew your something payment didn't go through, and they try to get your information, your to click on a link, and this is coming to your phones in the form of a text. So if you get anything from Apple, if you have an Apple phone, I watched the news, the news coverage on it on YouTube, and it's coming in the form of a text to the phone. So if you guys see any of that, Apple is claiming that they do not ask you for any of your information. They already have it, they said. She goes, we already have all that information. We won't ask you for your credit card or your social security number. She goes, do not click on the link that comes in that with that text. Just text, actually, she says, text forward that message to the word, I think it's the word scam. So you look at your keypad and you spell out scam and you forward it to that, and Apple will get that and further investigate those types of texts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you know how many of those I get a day? How many of those spam calls I get a day? At least 5. And it's so weird. They come random, and sometimes they come in groups, but pretty much early in the day, and sometimes late at night too. It's weird. But I always block and report those. I just don't. How many freaking phone numbers are there actually out there that they're using? Because those are throwaway numbers. DJ Gross says a charge of $99 will go on your credit card if this isn't you. Press 1. Me either. Not that I answer the voice. I have voice calls forwarded to the interpreter services, right? If anybody doesn't know, BJ is hearing impaired. So if he's in your channel and he leaves, it's because there's probably more than one person on the panel, and the audio interpretation doesn't come through as well if there's just one person on the panel. So I don't know if anybody knew that, but I just like to explain that about BJ. Suspicious activity has been detected on your bank account. Press 1 to stop that, right, DJ Gross? Is that what you're getting, that kind of stuff? I hate those bastards. They try to find that one person who is vulnerable, and especially our grandparents, right? The seniors that don't know their way around. They're not savvy. They're not privy to, not that they're not savvy, but they're not privy to these types of scams. Look at the one that they use when they call an elderly person, saying that they claim to be their grandkid, just an accident. The video that I watched yesterday was literally, they had the guy from the YouTube channel hacked into his computer, turned on his camera, and caught it all on video. The whole spiel that he gave this grandparent about their grandchild being in an accident. And what was interesting is they have a very tactful way of saying, we've confiscated their phone. They cannot receive or make calls, so don't try to contact them. Just stay in contact with us, or wait till we call you later, or call this number later. You see how they disconnect them from the person that they're claiming to be. How they think, this is how they do it. So very disturbing. Oh yes, the delivery has failed. Please give us your name and address. So what happens with the phone scams is that they're calling people, asking people, they're asking you to upgrade your phone. Then they get your bank information, and they actually use your money to order a totally different phone than what you want. Then they'll say, oops, we've ordered the wrong one. Oh, this happens all the time. But when you get that phone, just send it to this address, and that goes directly to the mule who is going to deliver that package to another person who is going to sell that phone, and you're never going to see your money. So who knows how much money they take from your account on top of the phone that they buy with your money. And they do the same thing with cash. So when they get you, they sucker you for a light bill that you haven't paid, or an outstanding warrant, a bench warrant that you have that you didn't know about. And you're talking to, somebody from the police department that's saying you need to pay this money. And when you go to the bank and pull this out, they have you like either they're starting to use Bitcoin now to get paid, or they're doing cash. So you have to literally, they set up a meeting point between you and the mule, and the mule takes the cash, and you say, this is for like Jose. They take the cash and you never see it again. And it's a total big scam. And then these mules are walking around with thousands of dollars, and they're literally mailing it back to like India or wherever the scammer lives, or the hub of where all the money is being sent to. But they're literally sending thousands of dollars of cash that are going through the mail to these mules who are delivering it to, the wherever they have it delivered to. This is how it works. You're welcome, BJ. Ben T, send me 500 in Amazonian gift cards, or I'm not liking this channel. Amazonian. You're so cute. DJ Graz is laughing. I've seen a lot of fake news on Facebook about celebrities being sick or passed away. Oh my God, they're on YouTube too, Rochette. Something negative about another celebrity, people believe it even when someone proves it's fake. You know why they're doing that? They're doing that for the views and the clicks, Rochette. And there's a loophole with that too. I guess if you don't, I don't know that there's a reason why they're allowing that on YouTube. Because I don't have Facebook, but I've seen those things where, Harrison Ford passed away, or I don't know if he's still alive, but it's like stuff, people that you probably watch on TV, you've just seen them yesterday, and then today you're like seeing that they passed, and then you have to go research, and then you'll see you'll finally find the category that says that that's false news or whatever. They're doing it for the clout, big time. So these are the things that you have to be aware of when you're on social media. There's I was following the Diddy case, right, for let's say a week straight. Then all of a sudden I started to get a bunch of channels coming onto my feed about the same kind of case, but the headlines, the titles of the videos were having big profanity, very, very vulgar language, and making it look like Oprah is saying vulgar language to somebody else, what's her name? Gosh darn it. Like Whoopi Goldberg, they're making it. They're making the scene look like these two women are fighting, and there's big vulgar language, and that gets the attention of people. So naturally, they're going to click on that because they're going to want to see a cat fight, right? So a lot of these videos are popping up, and I think it's a lot of psyops. I think it's a lot of. I think it's really happening, but there's definitely people. What is it called? They're exploiting the subject, right? They're exploiting it. They're making money off of it, big time. Yeah. Harrison Ford. Yeah, that was just an example, Rashid. I was just he's the first name that popped in my head. Fake news is what his name calls it. He's a faker. Fake news, that's an actual channel. Yeah, Puff Diddy. Yeah, I started following that until it started getting really dark, and then I started getting channels that were big time, going deep dark. This is all the same stuff that I got when I was researching the white hats and the black hats, right? It was all normal until you dive real deep into it for a longer period of time, and then it gives all the psyops time to move in and just take over the whole subject, and then you don't know who's good and bad anymore. So it's the same thing is happening with the Diddy case. There's something new every day, and they use like a very catchy title that says just happened a minute ago, and it makes like, oh, okay, so you're like it's fresh news, and you're going to click on it, right? Those are those catchy titles that they use. Anyways, I've just noticed that with YouTube. When you start digging into some of that stuff, you definitely will get an influx of content that pops in that's similar to that the stuff you're watching. So it's just getting more and more like unbelievable now. Like, it's just like, oh god, these people are trying really hard for their clicks. The confusion, misdirection, Mandela effect, Puff is a bad man. Oh yeah, guaranteed. But you know what I just heard recently about that Ben T? Is that although he is incarcerated, that's not helping society still, because he's just going to start training people, because of course everybody knows he likes men, so he's in the perfect place that he's at now currently, and he's just going to start sending people out of that are going to be leaving that place, if it is happening, but it's possible. He's just going to be training his little soldiers to go out into society and finish his work, right? So that's what I heard recently. Was like last week, because I stopped watching it now. It's just starting to get kind of out of control. But I think I know enough to where I know where this is all going, and all the people who have, a few people that have passed that are actually not even passed. They're hiding. So this is becoming psyop stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I'm stepping away from it already. Harrison Ford is alive, but Han Solo is not anymore after Kilo. Is that how you say it, Kilo? Puffy is a frontman, right? They've already given up the people who he learned from. These guys are old seniors already. Very, very old people. Very old. And I think it even goes deeper than that. It goes older than that, but it is a process of a type of training and of abuse, right? Abuse training process, and it all boils down to people sold their soul for vanity, right? And that's how they're treated too. They're exactly treated like that. Easily replaceable, like the Expendables or something like that. I've seen people liking and sharing things like a list of celebrities that was released in connections with P. Diddy, and it's completely fake. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Rashad. Those are the psyops coming in. That stuff, it's probably going to get even more crazy, but I think around the time, because this stuff has been coming out since 8 months now. For 8 months, because I believe it was like 2020. Was it 2020? 2020? Like, it was when I believe that the trials, 2023, when the trials were just barely starting. So we're just catching wind of it now. Like, I guess it's been there all along, but there hasn't been such a big, it hasn't blown up until now. And then everybody's trying to cover it. Oh, you're called recycled teenagers? And watch my mouth. You got it. You're just seasoned, very well seasoned, BJ. Obfuscation. obfuscation, right? Dyslexic teenagers. Hey, I'm on my way there too, and I would like to, I would be proud to say I'm a seasoned senior, very well seasoned. Spicy, a little spicy. But yeah, that's the stuff that I've I was following that for about a week. I mean, nonstop. Because when I get into a subject, I really get into it. Oh, and I wanted to actually, well, I don't know if I'll do that tonight, but I started studying petroglyphs and rock art symbols because I have actually come across a lot of them in my travels, and specifically to find them, right? And I had no clue, and I've started to learn about the history around where I live, the Four Corners. It's Arizona, Utah, and Colorado, and New Mexico, right? Four corners. Excuse me, the Four Corners. And I'm starting to learn what the symbols are, what they mean on the rocks, and it's quite interesting. How you could look at a symbol and you could be like, oh, there's a swirl, looks like a place of power. But I actually learning that that just means traveling. Well, it could mean if you're kind of on the spectrum of paranormal and stuff, could mean portals and stuff. But it indeed does mean to travel, and a lot of that stuff that I used to misinterpret in my mind. The first thing that pops in my mind would be like something paranormal, but it's actually quite fascinating to learn what some of these symbols are. So if you come across a place where there's actual petroglyphs. There's petroglyphs and there's hieroglyphs. The hieroglyphs are actually stained on the rocks. Petroglyphs are chiseled in. And when you see symbols on a rock with two hands, that usually means a medicine man was there, and that place, that actual spot where that rock is at, is a spot that the medicine man used to travel through. And that's what I got from the interpretation of these books that I just bought. And I actually just purchased another one that's on its way because I want to learn more about the Kokopelli. And there was an actual Kokopelli symbol used here in the Southwest. There was actually a clan, which was called the Gray Flute Clan. And I thought that was fascinating. So that's just a little bit about what I've been learning. I've been reading these. I read these two books, one each night, and I've been learning about the rock art and the symbolism behind it all, and the clans, and what animals were depicted, and the chiefs, the male, female, their migration pattern, how it was drawn on the rocks or chiseled. And just a bunch of interesting things, because we have a lot of that stuff around here out in the desert. There's a lot of petroglyphs out here, and in California, I've seen some hieroglyphs. But what just came to my mind is, how each city has an information center that tells you where, like where the shops are at, where the church is at, where the mall, where the restaurants are at. Well, this was how they did their information centers. Now that I'm thinking about it, when you find a set of petroglyphs, usually it says to notice if it's near a body of water. But basically, the inscriptions or the stuff that was chiseled in there usually was information about a nearby clan. If there was water, if there was a hunting ground nearby, if the clan was there, it tells you where they traveled. That literally will tell you the direction they went. It'll tell you if there was like if they used to hunt nearby. It'll show kind of a picture of like an arch with animals inside of it, and that means that was the hunting grounds. And it'll actually show you a path to the hunting ground where the animals were hunted. So all that stuff I've been learning, and it's very interesting. Corn, the symbolism of corn, and all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so the swirl, it's going clockwise. So The counterclockwise, I haven't found. I actually, outside of these books that I'm reading, I actually went to a channel where I was listening to a Navajo man talking about the Anasazi, and he was talking about the swirls also. But he says that the swirls in their art were going clockwise, right? Um, so the energy, the journey, the spiritual journey is going clockwise. But if it's going counterclockwise, I have not found that out yet. Yeah, it does make a difference. Susie, have tried to meld Studio on the Mac yet? It's better than OBS and easier to use. What do you mean Studio? I don't know what that is, BJ. Is that a new? Is that because I do use OBS? I hated OBS. Honestly, not hate. I disliked it very much because it seemed complicated. But I have forced myself to figure it out a little better and spend more time with it. But yeah, OBS is it's kind of glitchy. Corn cave art, yeah, the corn. So yeah, I'm learning about all the symbolism of all the clans and the symbols that were used for each of the clan. They're calling them clans, not tribes, which I thought was interesting because if you go to like Scotland and stuff, I believe that they call their people clans from over there from way back when. So and I noticed that that Navajo man, which was an elder, he actually almost stumbled on his tongue and almost said tribe, but he stopped himself and he said clan instead. So that was another interesting thing. I learned about the Puebloans. There was actually a clan called the Puebloans, and they built those little Pueblito style homes that were square and stacked with the ladders. And then you got your cave dwellers that were a totally different clan that built their houses on cliff faces, like the Montezuma Castle. And I just thought that was so interesting. But then the Navajo man that I was listening to, he said that they told the cave dwellers to get out of the caves to start building out in the open. But then you got the Anasazi. They were a slave trade people. And supposedly they were bad. They were collecting, people to sell for trade and or trade or sell. And they were actually a slave trade race. And he claims that there's no more left. He goes, if you see any information that claims to be that the Anasazi are still alive, he said there's no way. Because they were such a bad people that everyone got together and pretty much destroyed them, because they were so what they were doing was not the way of any of the clans that had ever lived at that time, and it was just a disgusting thing, and that's not how people should be treated. So that's what I learned about the Anasazi, which was very interesting. You stir anti-clockwise, maybe because I'm left-handed. Oh yeah, I could see that. I could see you're stirring, to the left. I could see that. Oh, for live streaming, meld is easy. Oh, it's called meld. Oh, let me write that down, BJ. Thank you. Is it like OBS? I'll look it up. I'll find out. Hopefully, because when I do my gaming, I stream through Twitch. So when you connect to Twitch, you can pretty much connect to YouTube through gaming. So that's the route I chose in my research, without having a capture card. So and then I realized if you need a capture card, that you're going to have to give up, because I use my TV to game on, right? It's this big, huge TV. And with the capture card, I believe, if this is right, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to be basically streaming your game into your computer instead. And I don't know about any of you gamers, but I don't like gaming on a small screen. That's ridiculous. So it's not fun. It just makes it feels like you're all crowded on this little small screen. And I don't know how to do it with the capture card without losing the TV. So that's what I haven't figured out yet. But if anybody wants to help me with that, I'd appreciate it. But if not, I'll just keep researching it. I've let it go for now because it's too much of a headache, and I've got it to work as best as I can for now. But that's why I haven't gamed, because I haven't been able to match up my sound with the game, because my audio is coming through the game, but I'm using OBS and Twitch to stream it to YouTube. So it's just a big old mess. It's so confusing. DJ Grouse says, makes sense, BJ. Australia is also known as the land down under. The land down under. The modern version of Cholitos using spray paint in the hood. Right? That's right. A lot of you guys are tall because the weight is being pulled down. Modern cave hood art, right? So yeah, when you stumble across a petroglyph or a hieroglyph, the hieroglyphs. Okay, so hieroglyphs are interpreted differently from a petroglyph. The hieroglyphs are actually sounded out. So whatever is depicted in a hieroglyph, it's actually the history or the way you interpret it is with sound, with the hieroglyph. And a petroglyph is basically like an information center that tells you literally what's happening. Or what has happened, or what has gone on. But a hieroglyph is interpreted through sound, what you see. So I think that's very interesting, and I haven't got any more information on the hieroglyph, and I just found this out because the hieroglyphs are painted. They're not chiseled. They're not chiseled into the rock. They're actually stained. It's a paint that was used back then from natural things to actually stain the rock with whatever picture that was painted, and that is interpreted through sound, is what I just read. So that's just very interesting. I love this stuff. I really like to learn about this stuff. It's interesting. I can help you with it. Just let me know when you can get together. Okay, thank you, BJ. Stained, yeah, it's stained. The hieroglyphs are stained on rock. And actually, if anybody is familiar with California, there's a road that goes up to the national park, which is out of like Lemon Cove. So I guess you can't get to it from Fresno, but if you go through Lemon Cove, if you look on a map, just look up Lemon Cove and then head up to Three Rivers. Once you pass Three Rivers, you go up higher, and once you start hitting the park, I believe you already go through the ranger station, and it's usually like a $7 fee or something, $10 to go past them. And once you venture further up, you come to a rest area, and if you park your car and you walk across to the water, there's a nice flowing, strong river that flows through there. You'll see hieroglyphs there, and they're actually stained red. I have pictures of them because I was there like 2 summers ago, and just really neat. That place felt so sacred, it felt so peaceful and sacred, and it was a beautiful, clear spring, it looked like spring water, but it obviously is like a river flowing through there, wasn't wide for a river, but it was like waterfalls and just fast flowing water, just ice cold and just clear and beautiful, just really neat. A great experience, really neat experience. But yeah, so I ordered a book. These are called field guides, and I found this when we were in Clarkdale, when we took our train ride. And in the gift shop, I found these little field guides that were there, and there was only 2, and there's over 50 of these available. They cover the plant life plants. They cover poisonous plants and sacred plants. And honestly, The two sacred plants that, well, one I already knew about, but the other one I didn't know was sacred also to the Southwest. Um, is actually the gypsum weed. And if anybody's ever seen those, they look like a big white trumpet flower with really wispy tips, and it grows on this big old wide leaf plant that kind of looks like almost like a like a squash plant, how they have the wide leaves like that. And then when it goes to seed and the flower falls, and then that part that held the flower goes to seed, it turns into a round ball with spikes. And that's where the gypsum is inside. It's inside that. And that's considered a sacred plant. And I thought that was very interesting because I've seen that grow all over at higher altitudes and all around the deserts, like at 4,000 feet. And I've actually gone further north towards Flagstaff, Williams area, Camp Verde, or Valley Verde, and you'll see a lot of the gypsum weed growing up there too. And so it's like literally everywhere. I think might also be in California. I'm not sure, but yeah, I thought that was fascinating. I wonder what kind of ceremony they used that for. So I'll have to do some more digging, because I actually brought some of the seeds of that home and planted it in the yard, and then I realized that it was very poisonous to the animals, so I ripped them out and I threw them away. So if I grow that's gonna have to be like inside in a terrarium or something, in the grow box, to keep it out of the away from the animals. But I think they're actually, honestly, I think they're smart enough to stay away from it because it grows out in the wild. And if you have free range out there, open range, the cows don't touch it. Like the cows, they don't touch it. None of the cattle, they don't touch it. The squirrels never touched it when I lived up in the mountains. Like, I think they know that stuff is not good for them. It might have a specific smell that they're not fond of, or they just know instinctually that it's not good for them. But it's definitely an interesting plant to find out that it was used, that it's called sacred. I learned about also sage recently, and not only that it was used for smudging, but it was also used to steep in tea and used to cleanse the body. So if you have like a nice bucket and you got sage around the house, throw some of the leaves in that water, pour some warm water in there, steep the tea, and then add more water. And it was used to wash the body. It's used in the sweat lodges. They said that the hunters used it. They drank it and then they bathed in it because it masked their scent before the hunt. And they said they also put it in their shoes. And so they were drinking it. It was seeping out of their pores. So naturally, the body is going to be expelling that scent of sage. And I thought that was very interesting. That's something I've never heard before from anybody anywhere. And I thought that was very interesting. They said you could just drink it, every day if you want. Just put just a little bit. You don't even need a lot. He said a little bit of that stuff goes a long ways, and steep it. And you can drink it in a tea. Use it to wash your face, wash your body, and it helps pull all this your human scent out. Actually, is what I understood. So I thought that was very interesting. Yes, and how fascinating, isn't it, DJ Grass? So yeah, if you're a hunter, you might want to try that, because I know there's a lot of things that you can do. People do mud and whatever. They use maybe certain other herbs, but yeah, drinking the sage and actually bathing with it, putting it, using it and putting it all over your body and actually drinking it. It does help mask your scent. Put it in your shoes if you're out hunting. Also, they said that the hunters. This was the channel where the Navajo elder was talking about this, and I was so fascinated by it. I don't hunt, but I like to know these things. These things are useful. This is useful knowledge to me. This is all very useful. Not only is it good for that, there's a lot of other good things. You got to research it yourself. But there's a lot of beneficial things that it can do for you, for your body. Without getting into too much trouble, because I'm not a doctor and I don't claim to be one. But you know how channels can get in trouble for that. And everybody knows why. But anyways, I thought that was fascinating information, and I wanted to share that because I think it's like useful. It's useful information. Oh, curry, yeah. Boy, does that seep through the pores. You could smell that on people who love curry, definitely. And it doesn't bother me. I actually like the scent of curry. You could tell people really like curry, or people who really like garlic. Yeah, it does. It does, especially if it's other aromas mixed into that curry aroma. Can be pretty overpowering. But you know what? Some of these spices actually keep the body up to par. Like they keep you very healthy, and they keep things clean and running properly. Like cumin, look at the whole culture, the Hispanic culture. I grew up with if you didn't have cumin in the cupboard, you better go get some, because the next meal you're cooking is going to probably have it in there. And that's another very popular spice that helps the body with many things. You can research it yourself, you'll see. But also, I love the way it tastes. God, it tastes good. Cilantro, that's another popular addition to in your culinary collection is cilantro, which is also known as coriander. But yeah, so let's see, we're already at an hour and 33 minutes in. That's pretty much all I've been doing in my spare time lately. I've been researching petroglyphs, hieroglyphs, indigenous kind of medicine, and the stuff that I actually like to research, and a little histories here and there. Anywhere I can get it, that and you have to be careful where you get your information from. The actual elder, the Navajo elder that was sharing this history, he's all for all the clans getting back together and talking about the stories, he says, of the elders, and specifically he said the older ones. But and to bring the stories back out to the surface, because these are important things to know, and that all the clans should be getting together and not feuding. So that's his main purpose, is trying to bring them back together through ancient history, the old ways. So and this stuff fascinates me a lot. I actually like that, and I think all in all, every single one of us are pretty much related to each other. We're just we're all here living in the same petri dish, so you kind of can figure it out. It's just interesting to see, to learn about the old things, old ways. You used to take a spice as an antioxidant. I forgot the name of it. It stinks too, but it works great. Is it ginger? That'd be like ginger. I had to plug in my mouse real quick. It doesn't really smell to me. Could be like, what else is stinky besides curry? I can only think of like ginger and cardamom has an interesting aroma to it. And I love putting that in my basmati rice when I make it, because that's how I learned how to make it. Or it's either, I think it's basmati. I don't think you put it in jasmine. It's East Indian, no. East Indian. So there's curry, and then there's what's the other one? They actually use cumin too. I was quite surprised. So did the Egyptians. They use cumin also. They put cumin in their beans. I thought that was a great addition to beans. You're trying to remember it? Yeah, I'm trying to remember East Indian. So what other spices do they have that's strong? What was the other one? Because I probably have it. I know I have some strong spices. I know I have curry. I think it's probably similar to the curry, right? Is it green? Let me see, because there's green curry, there's red curry. Trying to figure out what it is. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for popping in and hanging out. I appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out that darn spice now. They have a lot of strong spice, and most of them are medical. It's not like spirulina or anything like that, is it? Chlorella, anything like that? Is it spicy? Is it like cayenne? That's not East Indian. I think that's more like Thai. No. You have to get out of here? Okay. No worries. Yeah, so yeah, I just mainly wanted to go live and give my thanks to the channels who are sharing me out, give them a shout out, and just see what everybody's been up to. It's 9:34 p.m. here. It's 90 degrees here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is Tuesday, June 3rd. I don't really have any exciting news lately. Let's see. It's just more porch bandits and really nothing. Okay, that's all news. Oh. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything quite. Take care, Susie. Talk to you soon. Take care, everyone, and chat. Good night. Thank you, BJ. You too. Take care. Good to see you. Have a wonderful evening. I'm just looking through the neighborhood here. It's pretty much more porch bandits, trespassers. Something happened close to here too, and I thought this is too close to home. Oh, just someone walking into someone's yard and taking like a Bluetooth speaker and something else. I'm telling you that the neighborhood's getting fed up with all this. They're actually starting to retaliate and not just sit around and talk about it anymore. People are actually taking action, only because when they do call law enforcement, which I really think I really appreciate law enforcement, but when it's happening and you're trying to get something done, sometimes it just takes a little longer than you want to wait for. So you're kind of left with, I'm just going to handle it myself, as the best way I can, and as humane as possible. And people are getting fed up. They're getting really tired of this. And it's nice to see that people are becoming warriors in these situations where they're actually doing something about it. They're tired of putting up with it. There's so many every day. There's footage caught every day of someone taking something. Just unbelievable. There's actually a younger boy that's canvassing the neighborhoods with the shopping cart, knocking on doors, asking if he could pull weeds or even remove trash. Or he has a little shopping cart with a rake and a hoe in it, the garden hoe. Don't you guys get any ideas? And a weed eater, and he'll pick up the trash in the yard. He'll pull your weeds. He'll trim your weeds, trim your edges, and that's how he's making his money. And he looks like he's like 13, maybe 12. Like, when do you see that? That's awesome. There's so many comments on that post. Oh, someone said, "Where'd he get the cart?" Come on, really? He's using the best resources he has around him, and they're just some people. They just God. Oh God. Either way, no, you can't please everybody. Some of these people are just miserable. Where do you get the cart? Are you kidding me? I can't even get into that. It's just really irks. Oh, we have volcanoes here in the desert. That's a volcano discovered in Arizona desert. Actually, there's quite a bit of them. But there is so many they stopped naming them. They're actually all labeled with numbers now. But there are volcanoes here in Arizona, and you can't even tell really what it is unless you have an aerial view of. I mean, this is very rural areas, way out in the middle of nowhere. But they're finding volcanoes. But on the maps, if you look on the maps, you'll see them, and they're all numbered. There was many of them. There's many, which is interesting because they said that's unusual for the desert. But that's something new that I've just read. BJ says thanks, and to be sure to check out his new content and shorts and videos and premieres tomorrow on Friday. All right. Look forward to that, BJ. Oh no. I'm just scanning through the neighborhood stuff. 4 coyotes running around the neighborhood. Oh, and one of the areas that's west of us, like kind of like off the I-10, there's a whole subdivision out there. They recently spotted some mountain lions out in their neighborhood. So they're actually coming down into the neighborhoods, the mountain lions. I was so excited. Someone has a baby snake in their palm, which is cute. So little. My God, his head is bigger than his whole body. Where's this? Kill Creek. They're building a mountain, first mountain-built restaurant carved into the rock. It's called the burro. The burro. The burro. Oh my God. Here's a sample of the menu. Listen to this. Fried rattlesnake bites with ghost pepper aioli, peanut butter and scorpion slider. Are you kidding me? Cactus nachos with pickled tarantula crumble. Are you freaking kidding me? What in the world? Grilled camel sandwich. We don't even have camels out here on a mesquite flatbread. Sonoran toad tacos. Don't ask, just chew. Is this a joke? Churro crickets for dessert. What is going on? This is supposed to be in a nice area too. Kill Creek? Come on, really? That doesn't sound like a place that I'd want to go eat. What in the world? Is this even real? Are you kidding me? Sample from the Wicked menu. Just outside of Cave Creek. Real cave, real weird, real good. I don't know. Would any of you try that? All 3 of you that are in here? I don't think I would attempt to. Let's see. Fried rattlesnake bites. I would actually try that. But the peanut butter and scorpion, the cactus nachos with pickled tarantula, no, thank you. The grilled camel sandwich, I might be able to chew that down. But the Sonoran road toad tacos and the churro crickets, I don't know. I don't think I would try any of that. I would definitely do the rattlesnake bites and maybe the camel. But the rest of the stuff, I wouldn't eat a tarantula or crickets. That doesn't sound very good. And I love tarantulas. I can't think of eating them. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Did I ever put the link in the chat? Didn't I say I was going to put the link in the chat? Yeah, no, I guess nobody wanted to come up. I think I put it in there. Pretty sure I did. I get sidetracked. See, I'm looking. Yeah, I did. I put the link in the chat. It probably got lost, though. I didn't pin it. Okay, so No, I'm not seeing anything interesting. Right now is actually the time where all of the desert cactus are starting to bloom. That's a beautiful thing to see out here in the desert. We have cactus in the front, and it bloomed twice. We actually seen it bloom twice in 5 years, I think, that we've had it. 5, 6 years. And I don't see any buds forming out of the cactus. I don't know if ours is going to bloom, but they're big, huge white blooms, just beautiful. It's really neat to see a cactus bloom. Some of them only bloom at night. Some of them, they bloom once and then they're done. They open up, and then that's pretty much it. That's their life cycle. They open, and then they don't stay open like for a week or so. They just open, and then they end up just that's it. End up shriveling up and then falling off. So interesting why they don't last as long as like a regular flower. Who's drinking coffee? Anybody drinking coffee right now? Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing in the news that I find interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing the past few days is researching petroglyphs, hieroglyphs, symbolism of all that, studying the Puebloans, specifically the Puebloans, only because I feel a connection to that way of living, and it's just something that I really like. Just has anybody ever been in a Santa Fe style house? Like, if you can find one, if anybody's ever gone to the Grand Canyon, I think it's the North Rim. They have this huge one built there. It's a historical place. And you walk in there and you start looking at how it's made. It looks like it's mud and a bunch of wooden logs, right? All fashioned together to form this multi-story, big, huge home. I don't know if it was several homes all put in one, but definitely you would need one of those wooden ladders to get to the top of it, to the top side of the second level. But inside, if you look, they actually left it where you could actually see through the beams, and you could see like the grasses and the mud, the clay that holds it together. It's freaking amazing. It was insanely cooler in there than it was outside. That clay, that mud, that clay mixture, it helps preserve like the temperature. It was extremely cooler than it was outside. It was just amazing. It's very comfortable. It looks cool, and you could make your walls all smooth and rounded, and just really neat. I really like it. It's just very, very neat. So I think that pretty much covers everything for this live. I got the studio ready. I will be doing a painting soon, a painting session, and that will be probably maybe even tomorrow. I'll think I'm gonna do some painting tomorrow, and I may be doing it a little earlier than normal, my normal schedule. Because I know a lot of you go to bed early, and you may appreciate seeing it early, but or catch the live earlier. So yeah, I was just in there yesterday and today getting it ready for another painting. So that'll be soon. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow. Try to do an art live tomorrow. All right. So, thank you, DJ Gross, BJ, and Face the Ace. Rocher, always good to see you guys. And Ben T, the best tea is Ben T. Why isn't my thing moving? That's weird. It's like totally frozen. Is the background frozen to you guys? Anybody paying attention? Did you guys go to sleep? Okay, it like froze. StreamYard is always glitchy too. I don't know. StreamYard, stop it. Anyways, thank you all for coming. And if you're watching this later, just if you're one of the channels that I gave a shout out to, that have been sharing my channel, and I appreciate everyone. Even if you don't share my channel, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate you. I do appreciate you also. And all the new people, the new subscribers, thank you very much for your support. And I appreciate everybody. And thank you. And hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Let's paint some stuff. We'll do some nice relaxing painting of something. More than likely, it may be coffee theme. So I'm thinking maybe coffee, something with coffee, a gorgeous coffee painting, a fabulous, gorgeous coffee painting, a gorgeous, sexy coffee painting. All right, I won't take any more of your time. Thank you all for hanging out, and that concludes this live. Wishing you all a wonderful Tuesday evening and a great Wednesday morning, afternoon, and evening. You all have a good night and take care.